Welcome, everyone, to episode 421 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Will.
So, today's topic, we are going to be talking about the can't miss games that are coming out this fall 2019. I had initially posted that we were going to do our Fire Emblem spoiler episode, but I forgot to check it with everyone that was going to be on to see if they could be on. So, that's likely going to be next week's episode. But I will be sure to be better about double checking to make sure. I still would very much like to do that, and as long as Eric's willing to come on next week for it, we should be doing that. But yeah, we're going to be doing can't miss games, but we're also going to be kind of coming up with a schedule to follow for most of the rest of the year, probably at least through November. With the ones we'll have solid release dates for a lot of these games, so we'll give ourselves either a few days in between the launch and the episode, or if it's a longer game like some of them we'll know about, it'll be a couple weeks that we'll give it. So that's gonna be our main topic. Will, do you have anything you want to tease for later on in the episode?
No, honestly, the only thing that I've been playing has been Fire Emblem.
Okay.
And the problem with that is I want to talk about it in depth, but can't.
Yeah, without spoiling anything, definitely.
It's hard. I think I put 82 hours.
Oh in. Wow. Okay, so you've topped me then.
Yeah, I've been doing my Blue Lions playthrough. I'll talk a little bit about the Blue Lions.
Okay,
but,
yeah, I'm interested to hear about them as like a house, like because I talked last week about the Golden Deer, because that was my second one, and how they're kind of the land of the misfit toys. They're the bad news bears of Fire Emblem. So that was my take on them. So.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to talking about it and also doing the spoiler cast next week. I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Because you don't want to get too far from it either. You want to have all the details kind of fresh in your head. So.
Mm-hmm. And I'll talk about it when we get to Fire Emblem. So okay. I don't want to go in depth right off the top.
Yeah, so I also played a fair amount of Fire Emblem, not as much as I would have liked, but I started playing Pokemon Uranium. That's my latest playthrough that I'm doing on Rated G Games, so if you want to watch it, it's on there. I probably have maybe 2.5 hours in Pokemon Uranium, so I could talk about that during what we played. And that's all I've played other than lots of Fire Emblem also. So, let's get into can't miss games of the rest of 2019 and our schedule. So, Will, you had mentioned Astral Chain, but there is a game coming out before Astral Chain comes out that I want to talk about, and it's rad. Oh, this is also not going to be our fall. This is not going to be our fall games preview. That's going to be where we cover a lot of different things. This is mostly like stuff that we're definitely going to buy, definitely going to play. There's a few games in there that I'm not going to play for reasons, but we'll probably talk about that at some point. But yeah, Rad comes out next week. It's coming out Xbox, PS4, probably Steam. Nintendo Switch. I will probably get it for the Switch, though I'm not 100% sure. It's a game that I thought might come to Game Pass now that Double Fine is owned by Microsoft, but it doesn't appear that that's going to be the case. I think we would have at least heard that somewhere. Maybe they'll launch it as a surprise, hey, this is on Game Pass now, but I haven't heard anything, and I haven't read any definitive, even rumors. I haven't heard it rumored anywhere, so. But that's coming out next week, August 20th. So, yeah, go ahead, Will. Did you want to talk about Rad at all?
Yeah, I'm actually very intrigued by Rad. I know not a lot about it. The only thing I do know is it's a roguelike game by Double Fine. That's really the only thing that I know, isometric perspective, and you kind of go through these, generated levels where you're fighting off these enemies with different weapons and stuff. So it looks really cool. I'm definitely interested in playing that for sure.
Yeah, so it reminds me of like Diablo 3, I guess.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like you said, the isometric kind of top-down view, but your character mutates in it because everything's like irradiated. So you get mutations in addition to equipment for your character.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Double Fine game, so it's probably going to have some offbeat humor. So I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be $20. Like I said, it's coming to the Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So, but I'm most likely getting on the Switch. It's just far easier to play things on the Switch than anything else. So.
Yeah, playing games on the Switch is it's a treat.
Yes,
so easy to do. You can do it anywhere. I love that about it.
So I'm not entirely sure we're gonna do an episode on Rad. Do you think? I don't know if Eric or Corey have interest in getting Rad. Maybe Corey.
I mean, might get it.
Okay. Well, I'll put it as a soft. We'll say the 28th. Okay. So a soft August 28th episode. So yeah, for the episode schedule, it's going to be based on recording on Wednesday, which obviously doesn't always happen. I try to keep people posted as well as I can. As soon as I find out that we're not recording on Wednesday, I like to try to let people know. But for right now, I'll pencil in August 28th for a Rad episode. We do have to do a Fall Games preview, but that might be best to save until the beginning of September. I think we usually do that in August, but if we're doing our so the 21st we're gonna at least pencil in the Fire Emblem Black Eagles spoiler cast. Let's just get that in there. So
plug that in. So plug that in. Ready.
So yeah, August 21st Fire Emblem Black Eagles, and August 28th Rad potentially. Again, penciled in. So that's that. So let's move on, shall we?
Astral Chain?
Astral Chain is, that's the next big one. And actually, I have video of Astral Chain playing, and if you're watching either on the live stream or if you're watching YouTube, that's the game that's on there right now. It's the gameplay part 1 from Nintendo's Treehouse from this year's E3, which I watched, and I was interested in the game before, but after watching this, it's gone from being interested to a definite buy for me. I think there's also a lot more to it than meets the eye even. But it's also platinum. I love platinum games, at the very least, how well they control. Games like Bayonetta, games like Nier Automata, stuff like that. It just it controls so well, and it's going to be similar to that. So
now, Dan, I know essentially nothing about this game other than bits and pieces of it. Okay, so is it kind of like Nier combat-wise with like dueling protagonists and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think the way it works. Okay, so the way, I mean, you play like a police force that's battling like an interdimensional threat. I don't know exactly how it controls, obviously, because I haven't played it, but it looks like it plays. I think you kind of control both of the characters at the same time, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But it has that platinum, the dodging and stuff like that. It has that like pedigree, like that feel to it, from what I gather, from what I read about it, from what I see about it. So yeah, I can't say if it plays more like one or the other, but
I think there's a mechanic in the game where you can control the enemies too, from what I've seen in some of the gameplay. So it has that aspect to it, but it looks really cool, and the graphics for it are very unique, and I love how it looks too. So
yeah, it's kind of gritty and like cyberpunky looking, but it's also cel shaded, which is really, really, really nice looking art style. That probably helps with how it plays on the Switch too.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, it looks fabulous. I'm very excited for that one.
That's probably a buy from both of us, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting it. Even if I have to trade some stuff in, if I can't afford it or whatever, I'll definitely trade games in for it.
Yeah,
I'm that much looking forward to it. So, so if we want to do our fall games preview, I want to make sure I get enough time in with Astral Chain. So probably it comes out the 31st of August, or the 30th of August.
Come on, Dan.
I know. I've got the schedule right in front of me. I just, you know how it goes.
I was gonna say there's not 31 days in August, but there are. So.
Yep. July and August are both 31 days.
So I don't know anything.
Yeah, so we'll plan on maybe having that one on for the 11th of September. Astral Chain. So we'll plan on having our fall games preview on September 4th.
Okay.
Fall games preview, and usually, like in the past, we would like to split that up, but I think we probably just can get it all in one episode.
Probably,
even if it's a longer episode.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, we usually cover unscheduled releases, but I don't.
Oh, that's right.
We need to really worry too much about that.
Yeah, because for the most part, I think if it's not scheduled to come out, especially if it's a AAA, it's probably not coming out this year. So.
Yep, 100%.
I think that's usually the case.
Yeah, nothing really gets unless it's an indie game.
Right.
Like maybe we might find out about Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Right. Yeah,
And
those might come out, but that's,
that's it though.
right. All right. Moving on into September. You didn't have anything else in August.
Nope.
Okay. Spyro Reignited Trilogy is coming to the Switch and PC. That's a maybe for me. I don't know about you. That's not one we'll cover, but that might be a buy for me.
I could see myself getting it on one of PC or Switch.
Okay.
Not initially though. This fall is going to be a little bit weirder. I'm trying to save a lot more money than usual, so I'm probably not going to be getting nearly as much as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of picking and choosing. So Spyro will wait, but I will get it on the Switch or PC at some point.
Okay. But yeah, if you haven't played the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, it's really good. I have it on Xbox. I played through and beat the first Spyro. At some point I will get to the second one, and then the third one. Obviously, I played a little bit of the second one back in the day. I don't think I played any of the third one.
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot of people, the third one was their favorite. So
yeah, going back and playing through all of them, the third one I was very fond of, which I didn't expect going. And I thought it would be just the first one that I would be like, this game's amazing. And they were all very good, but the third one stuck with me a lot more than I expected.
Nice. So there's that. Moving on, September 10th, Gears 5. It's my birthday.
Woo! What
Gears
a birthday present.
Yeah. I would not have any interest in playing this. Not that I shouldn't say that. Not that I wouldn't have any not have any interest in playing it. But these types of games for me are hard to play at this point. But luckily it's on Games Pass and it's also going to be on PC.
Literally the only reason why I'm going to play it is because it's going to be free on Game Pass.
Yep. So I will give it a chance. I liked Gears 4. I played. I don't know. Did I get halfway through it or maybe 2/3 of the way through it? I don't remember exactly, but I enjoyed it. It's very hard for me to play that sort of stuff. But yeah, having it on PC and Games Pass, I'll at least give it a shot. I don't know if we'll have an episode on it.
To be honest, unless Eric does it, Eric that's been on since the beginning, not the other Eric. Yeah. Probably not. Gears never really does it for me. As much as I liked the third one, I've never been a huge Gears fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the only reason why I will play any of the fifth one is because it'll be on Game Pass, and Eric and I split that. So
yeah, unless we end up really loving it, it's probably going to be a pass.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having an episode on it.
We'll talk about it in what we played, but
yeah,
I would say 20% episode.
Okay,
that's what I'd put it at.
Sounds good. September 13th, Borderlands 3 for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
This one's a can't miss. That's another reason why I'm glad Gears is on Game Pass, because there's not a chance that I would even consider buying it.
Right. Yeah, especially coming out right before Borderlands 3. And also on the September 13th is Daemon X Machina.
That poor game, too.
That's probably the one I'm going to buy. Borderlands 3 I'm not going to buy because at least for now it's an Epic Store exclusive on PC. I can't unless they put keyboard and mouse controls. I'm not going to get it for Xbox. I haven't seen anything where that's going to be the case. So,
yeah. Well, I know you want to play with keyboard and mouse. Corey, I think, is getting it, and I know Eric and I are going to be getting. Well, I'm getting it, which means Eric will have it. So there is that option. But like I said, I know you like to play shooters with keyboard and mouse, so you will at least have it.
It's not that I like to; I have to play shooters with a keyboard and mouse. Even
this one. Though?
Oh, even this one, yeah. I can't hit anything. Like, I was so embarrassed playing Anthem. At least my character, I used the big Titan, that was the melee Titan.
Yeah.
And then I had a minigun, but my aim is so bad. I can't get the hang of it. I just can't. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I thought after a few hours of that game I would get the hang of it, but I just never did. It makes it so it's not fun.
Well, Anthem was also a bad game.
I didn't think it was bad. It was
underwhelming.
Underwhelming is a good way to put it. Yeah, it was. It was fine. It was fine mechanically. There was too much fluff and too much menus, and not enough gameplay or story hooks to keep it interesting for me.
Yeah,
it was fun enough to play though.
I don't think I've gone back to it.
I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't even really thought about it until.
I can't believe I spent $30 on that.
Well, hey, at least it was only $30.
Oh, I would have been livid if I spent $60.
Yeah.
I would have charged BioWare with a pickaxe.
So yeah, Borderlands 3, that's going to be a get. We'll have to do an episode on that one. That's a huge game. A lot of people are excited for that one.
I've not seen a single thing of gameplay from it, but it's kind of a game I don't need to.
So you probably won't want to have that be the 18th, right? You'll probably want a little more time with that one.
Well, here's the thing. I have a wedding the 14th.
Oh, that's right. You're going away.
And I'm going to Florida right after for 10 days.
Okay.
So I do have the wedding's the 14th, and then I'm leaving the 15th, and I won't be back until 23rd.
So you want to push that into the beginning of October?
If you can get anybody else for it, don't wait.
Okay. Let me put October on the schedule here.
Like if Corey and Eric play and can do an episode, I wouldn't. I can also record remotely. Because I bet I'll play it. The people I'm going to be staying with are big gamers. I doubt they're not going to get it.
Right. Yeah. Knowing them, they'll have it.
Yeah, they'll have it. Well, there's split screen for it too. I heard today. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, I probably will get to play a little bit.
Okay. So, even so, like the 25th, doesn't that Borderlands, the first one, and Borderlands 2 were both like really long games, like 30 plus hours.
Yeah.
So do you still want to try to? Well, 25th is what? Is that not even 2 weeks after that comes out? That's probably good, right?
If we were able to do Fire Emblem the next week, I think we can.
Okay. So we'll put 25th, Borderlands 3. Tentatively. Okay. So the 18th we'll have to come up with the episode.
NHL 20.
So Daemon X Machina is a game that I'm interested in. It's a mech piloting game. I played the demo and didn't really like it, but again, that was because of the shooting. It was, it's even though it's third person, it was still, the thumbstick aiming and moving and stuff. But they did, due to feedback from players, because one of the things they did when they put out their demo was requested feedback from people, and they did end up adding motion controls to the final build of the game. So
nice. That's
what kind of sold it. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get it. It depends on funds, because there's a few other games in September that are must buys for me. But I'm going to try my hardest to get Daemon X Machina. So,
one thing I want to point out real quick is I feel like people would be remiss if we didn't bring this game up, but Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Oh yeah, the expansion.
I have just about everybody's excited for that I know.
Yeah, that's on the 6th.
Yeah, the 6th. So okay. That's a big expansion for that game. But continue.
Yes, it is. For PS4 and Xbox One, is it already on PC? I think
so. I have to look.
It probably is. So that was September 13th. September 17th, Lego Jurassic World comes to the Nintendo Switch. I'm only saying that because that's one of my son's favorite games. So he will probably end up having it at some point because I have it on PC. We have it on Xbox. But again, it's just easier to play stuff on the Switch. So we'll probably end up getting that one again. And then September 20th, big one, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Definite buy for me. I don't know how you feel about it, Will.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it too.
Okay.
So the planned release for Monster Hunter Iceborne is January 2020.
On PC?
I guess so.
What?
Well, I guess didn't Monster Hunter
came out later on PC. That's right. Yeah.
So
it was like half a year later, I think.
They're doing that again.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine then.
I think that's silly, but
it's okay. They'll probably get people to double dip, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably smart business-wise, but I think it's silly consumer-wise.
Yeah. Okay, so Link's Awakening, that's the 20th. So we'll maybe plan on doing that October 2nd.
Yeah, considering that game's probably not too long, so we could probably do an episode pretty quickly. I don't feel like there's going to be a ton of depth.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the original was a lot shorter than I thought it would. I'm going to look it up right now, but I want to say it was like 6 or 8 hours to beat it.
Yeah,
I don't know what else they're adding to it. It'll probably be more difficult, but
not short. Jeez.
Link's Awakening.
Do I want to spend $60 on that?
Oh no, it's 15 hours.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Legends of Zelda 15. What I must be thinking of something else that was like 4 or 6 hours. So it's the main story is 15 hours, main extra 17, completion is 19. Okay. All styles 17. So yeah, you're talking for me it would probably be 15 to 20 hours, I would think. I'm playing A Link to the Past also. That's roughly 15 hours, which is simultaneously longer and shorter than I thought it would be. Because I remember it taking me forever to play that game back in the day, but I just think games were generally shorter back then, than they are now.
Yeah.
Okay, so October 2nd we have Link's Awakening. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is coming to Switch. Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is coming to PC and PS4.
Definitely interested.
So those are also, highly recommended. I know Corey liked Ni no Kuni. Baldur's Gate Enhanced, Siege of Dragonspear, Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced, coming to Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, September 24th. And I'll get those probably at some point, but not right away.
Really even think I've seen Baldur's Gate gameplay, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's old.
Yeah.
No doubt. I think I played a little bit of the first Baldur's Gate. But they came out a long time ago.
The only thing I know about them is the third one's being made.
Yep, by Larian, which is the perfect studio to make it.
Really,
I'm
is.
Pretty sure we've talked about that a lot, but it's the perfect studio. All right. Let's get into October.
I was gonna say I was checking through September, but after that, I really want Dragon Quest 11 for the Switch, but
yeah, that's a maybe. Maybe for me, I want it. It's the funds.
Yeah, I think I'm only at like 3 definite buys so far.
Okay, October. Not seeing much early October.
No. I mean, I'm not interested in Tom Clancy's Breakpoint. Not interested in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. Although Destiny 2 will be on Steam when Shadowkeep comes out, I believe.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind for people who care about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, early October. It's not until end of October where I find something that I'm, and I hate to say it, super excited about.
Okay. October 25th is probably the date you're thinking of. That's the day.
Yeah, there's 2 things actually.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare and The Outer Worlds come out that same day.
So, Outer Worlds, I was gonna get definitely 100%, but the fact that it's on Game Pass.
Oh, that's right. You don't have to buy it. I forgot about that. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. That's perfect.
I honestly still am in disbelief about that, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain. That's amazing. Gonna play it. Love that game, but I hate how pumped I am for the new Call of Duty.
And to be fair to you, it's the first one that's gotten me like kind of excited. I think it looks awesome.
Well, do you know what's sad? Even the people who are very anti Call of Duty, like my friends that I know, they're even excited for it.
Yeah.
And we're so stupid because it's basically, in my opinion, it's probably gonna end up being a retelling of the original Modern Warfare, but like rebooted a little bit, kind of like, I don't know. You know how they always reboot Spider-Man every couple of years?
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna be like that. And I feel so dumb, but it looks amazing. Like the graphics for it look great, like crazy good. They're bringing back all the stuff that people really loved about Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare games, like kill streaks. When you would get a kill, like you'd be getting like 5,000 experience points. Now they brought that back down to like 200, 100, like it used to be in like World at War and Modern Warfare. It's the stuff like that that gets me really excited, and the more I see from it, the more I'm getting pumped to play it. So, yeah, I am really excited about Modern Warfare, and
So,
I hate myself, but
well, no, those are definitely both games we're going to cover too, right?
yeah, because I know Eric's all on board for Call of Duty as
So
well.
we should probably do, for schedule's sake, we should do on the 30th. We'll do Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and give ourselves more time with the Outer Worlds.
yeah. Well, it's interesting because then when you go to the 31st, you got Luigi's Mansion 3.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so really, we're gonna have what Modern Warfare, Outer Worlds, Luigi Mansion.
Probably the Outer Worlds the week after.
Yeah,
which would be, let's call up my calendar. So November 6th is Wednesday. November 6th, 13th, 20th, whoops, 20th, 27th. Okay. So yeah, if we do Call of Duty, then Outer Worlds, then Luigi's Mansion on the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get the feeling Luigi's Mansion is somewhat lengthy.
Yeah. I'm still up in the air if I'm going to get it. I kind of want to, but if I have to be picky, I don't know if I'll end up getting it.
Yeah, that's a definite for my household.
Mm-hmm.
My kids love the Luigi's Mansion games. What little I've played of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon I've really liked. And this is supposed to be more like the original, more open, and as opposed to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which is like mission-based. So
yeah. Yeah, no, it looks awesome, and I really want to play it. That's for sure. I just might be a little bit late to the party with that one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Don't expect a Death Stranding purchase, unless people are telling me that this is the greatest game that they've ever played, and even then, I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
But I really don't think I'm gonna end up getting it.
There's been rumors floating around about Death Stranding and that it's not going to be a PS4 exclusive anymore. But if it's a PS4 exclusive, I can't play it, and I'm not going to care about it. So, but if it does come to PC, I will get it and give it a shot.
I've also read that they're rushing to finish it too. Is another thing I've heard. So I don't know. I've been the naysayer on Death Stranding. I think the entirety that the game has been announced, I've been the naysayer on it, and I still am. I don't know what this game's about. They even put gameplay out, and I still don't get it. I think, I don't know. I'm probably not going to get it unless people say this is the best thing they've ever played. But like I said, they say that about Red Dead, and I didn't like Red Dead.
Right.
So I'm probably a hard pass on Death Stranding.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's got to come to PC.
For you to have any interest.
Yes. Okay. Death Stranding, that's November 8th for those interested. Next up is November 15th, which is the release date for both Pokemon Sword and Shield and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Are you getting Fallen Order?
I don't know. We've got to get 2 copies of Pokemon.
Yeah.
For one for me and one for my son. So it's again going to depend on funds whether I get both of those. The problem too is PC. I would prefer to play it on PC, especially if it's going to run better on PC.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on if my PC can run it well enough to make the extra graphical stuff worth it. It honestly could end up being an Xbox purchase for me. I could see that. It might be one of those types of games too where maybe I'll subscribe to a month of EA Access. I'll get it for the discounted price.
Yeah.
Play a few other EA games that I had missed out on before. But obviously Pokemon Sword and Shield are definitely games we're getting. The problem with Jedi Fallen Order too is I'm going on vacation to Florida right around then. I think we might leave. We leave on the 15th or 16th.
I was going to say, I was pretty sure that that's when that was.
Right. So yeah, that would definitely hamper my purchase of Jedi Fallen Order. Pokemon, that's a definite for us, for our household. So
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of chances to play it too.
yeah, on vacation, hopefully.
Well, you're gonna be driving down.
I will
right?
be driving. Yeah, my son will probably play
Yeah.
play his copy the entire time on the way down.
Max will have it beaten.
That's certainly possible. So, bringing up the schedule. Whoops, bringing up the schedule. Oh, why did I do that? I hate when
Would you
that
kill the
happens.
app?
No, I'm using my touch Chromebook and I messed up the tabs.
Dang it, Dan.
I know. Okay, so those are coming out on the 15th. Are you definitely getting Fallen Order?
Probably not. I'm probably gonna wait. Probably until the new. Well, actually, 2020 is a rough time at the beginning of the year to do backlog stuff because we got a lot of heavy hitters coming.
Yeah.
So probably wait a little bit on Fallen Order unless it reviews really well.
Right. I mean, it looks great, but again, EA has a tendency to mask their. I hope it's good for EA's sake. They haven't come out with a good game, I don't feel like, in quite a while, right?
I mean, yeah, Anthem busted. That was their last big release. Battlefield 5 didn't do very well either.
Right.
There's a lot of issues with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they have all their sports games, which will do well, but
yeah, do well regardless, which is unfortunate because it's pretty much a rehash of the previous year's sports game.
Annoyingly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to wait and see. A lot of people seem pretty excited for it, but I've also never been a Star Wars fan.
That's also true.
So that's another reason why I'm kind of hesitant.
Okay. So maybe we'll not have that on the definite schedule.
Yeah.
And Pokemon, if it comes out the 15th, you think the 27th?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we'll put Pokemon Sword and Shield penciled in for the 27th of November. Okay. December, I think once we get into December, there's fewer solid release dates.
I mean, there's Life is Strange episode 5. I haven't played any of the other Life is Strange episodes. I think I'm going to at some point, but
all right. So for the rest of November, November 19th, Shenmue 3. That's not coming out in November. I guarantee that gets delayed again.
Probably.
Doom Eternal.
Well, it already got delayed too.
Yeah. Doom Eternal, 22nd.
Passing.
I'm very interested in Doom Eternal, but it's not gonna be an immediate purchase for me. I have to play it on PC. My PC is getting old, so I want to upgrade it first, which is a complete overhaul because my processor's 8 years old at this point. So yeah, moving into December 3rd, the last episode of Life is Strange 2. I've only played the first. Did I play the second episode too?
I think we only played the first.
I might have played the second one though. Maybe not.
Maybe.
But I do want to finish Life is Strange. It can be, it's eligible for our game awards for our Thummies episode this year. So, but also in December, Neverwinter Nights, MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, Ancestors of Humankind, Odyssey, Phoenix Point. None of those.
No, we're gonna have a good time trying to. I mean, I'll probably still be playing Fire Emblem.
It's possible I will still be playing Fire Emblem too.
At this rate.
So yeah, I mean December we've got nothing yet, right? We got covered all the games that we're definitely buying.
No, yeah, because we already bought Life is Strange, so that's not a buy. Yeah, I'm hoping Hollow Knight Silksong will be out.
Right. There's a few other indies, like you said, that'll be filtered in there that we're gonna get, but as of right now, so yeah, our schedule at least for another few weeks is set. So the 21st next week, most likely we'll have Fire Emblem Black Eagles spoiler cast. August 28th will be Rad. We'll go into September, so the 4th will be Fall Games preview. The 11th will be Astral Chain. 18th we'll have to come up with a topic. The 25th will probably be Borderlands 3, so that's the next month and a half of episodes kind of planned out. So
wow, look at that.
That'll be good. We'll just have to come up with one for the 18th. Again, there might be an indie game that comes out between now and then that we can fill in for that week. But I'm also hopefully going to make a graphic of this so I can let people know what we're going to be doing. So they have a rough idea.
What to expect.
Yeah, over the next few weeks. So, all right, well, you want to get into Nibble Bits?
Yeah, so I have a few Nibble Bits right now. Starting with, there's Dead Island 2 news. They say it's still in development.
Oh, and that kind of piggybacks off of one of mine, but it's a new studio that's doing it. So I think this is the third studio that's worked on it.
Yeah, okay, so basically the news that THQ Nordic put out was that there's going to be another Saints Row coming out. They got the rights to Time Splitters, which is a series that I've never really had any experience with. And then that Dead Island 2 would be coming out, new studio. Yeah, we're never going to see that game.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I feel bad because I did like most of a little bit of the first one, and I don't like to see games mire in this, but I don't know. Maybe it's just not good, and they just keep passing it around.
I don't know how hard it is to do what Dead Island did, but just do it a little bit better. Right?
Yeah, I mean, really,
in theory, it's not hard.
In theory, yeah. Like the first part of Dead Island, I thought was awesome. The whole beach thing,
yeah.
The resort town that you fight zombies in, and the weapons upgrading and stuff. The problem with that is, Dying Light did all that so much better.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to.
Yeah, once you got past the resort area into the jungle part was terrible.
City in the jungle.
The city in the jungle part I thought were terrible. So yeah, and like I said, Dying Light I think did all that so much better, with all the parkour and the movement stuff that you really have to one up that, I think, or at least mimic that well enough, maybe with the cool resort setting.
I mean, in the time that Dead Island 2 has been in development, we got Dying Light, and then we're getting Dying Light 2.
Yeah. Which, Dying Light 2 seems like it's going to up the ante significantly from the first Dying Light, so.
No kidding. I guess there's a pretty crazy gameplay, I don't know, 10-minute gameplay thing or demo that they're going to be putting out here at the end of the month, and I guess a lot of people behind the scenes have seen it and said it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So...
It does what a lot of games purport or try to do, and that's that have your choices make a difference in the game and the game world and the characters and people that inhabit the world. So if they can do that well, that makes it interesting enough for me. So
definitely.
Anything else, Will?
Yeah, so I've got two more. Majin Buu is coming to Jump Force for DLC. So if anybody's ever seen Jump Force, the graphics are a little unsettling with some of the characters. So seeing fat pink Majin Buu,
yeah, they're too polished, right?
Yeah, it's too
too realistic looking. Yeah.
And just seeing Majin Buu turn Vegeta into a chocolate bar, it just looks so weird in the trailer. But for people who played that game, you're getting more DLC. It's coming summertime, so that's awesome. I love seeing more Dragon Ball characters fill out that roster. And according to Infinity Ward, the new Call of Duty game is not going to have a political stance on it, which I hate that developers need to come out ahead of the game release and be like, oh no, nothing in this game is being political.
Nor should they have to apologize for it. If they don't want it to be political, then it doesn't need to be political.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with more shootings going on in our lovely country. So, of course, violent video games are being thrown under the bus. So, they have to do that. And Ubisoft put out a statement today saying that they're trying to go further with their politics in games.
Yeah, because that was a complaint about... I think they mentioned Far Cry 5 specifically, that it wasn't making a political statement enough.
But why does it need to?
I don't know. That's my thought. If they want to do it, fine. If they don't, fine. It's their choice.
Well, they have to do it. They have to do it well, because Life is Strange 2 did not do it well, in my opinion.
Yeah, at least not the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. I have any context for later, but I don't know. Like, that game's about a religious cult. Like, it doesn't need to be political.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what people are looking for.
Sure.
But those are it for my nibble bits.
Okay. Yeah, I've only got a couple quick nibble bits. My first is that the development of a new Saints Row game is well underway at Volition. Very excited for this. I'm assuming it's going to be a complete reboot of the series because in Saints Row 4, the planet got blown up and they were living in space.
And had superpowers.
And had superpowers because they were playing in a simulated United States. So I'm just going out on a limb here and gonna say that it's gonna be a reboot of the series, but I'm very excited for that. Saints Row the Third was on my top 10 favorite games list for a while, so if it's anything like that, I'll be super happy with it.
I hope they don't reboot. I hope they somehow find a way to take it.
Maybe the Saints go to a new planet and start wrecking up the place there.
Oh my god, that's what I hope for.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. We have no way of knowing until we start seeing details about it, but either way I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, I was excited to read that.
And then my other like I said, quick nibble bit is that the new Nintendo Switch model is now available at US online retailers. I've read specifically Amazon and Best Buy have the new Switch model, so if you're looking for it, the battery life is a significant upgrade in it. I'm reading 5 to 9 hours of battery life on mine, or on the new one as opposed to the old one. So that's a significant difference. I think I talked about it, but I get a little over 2 hours playing Fire Emblem on my Switch. So even if that would bump up to right around 5, that would be amazing.
That's crazy.
There's also some pretty good trade-in deals if you're looking to trade in your current model Switch. Let's see. GameStop has one, and then Best Buy also has one where if you trade in your Switch towards the purchase of a new Switch, you get $225. So it'll only end up costing you $75 for the new Switch model, which I think is worth it. If I had the money, I would probably do it.
Definitely.
Because mine's got a few nicks, too. It's a launch model that I got, unfortunately got a couple days after launch, but it's seen some things. And it was mine and my son's before he got his own Switch. So.
Oh wait, I would be trading in my Joy-Cons, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Wonder if I could pull a fast one on GameStop.
Oh, definitely. As long as they work, especially if they're do they work better like attached to the actual Switch?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, you might be able to do that and get all new hardware for.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just worn out from the 85 hours of Fire Emblem I've put in the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
so
could be.
They've just been run to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have to look into that. $75 is not a lot for a new Switch.
No, I think that goes until like middle of September too. It goes a while. You know what? I think it goes till right up before when the new Switch Lite comes out, which is September 20th. I think it's September 20th. Yeah. Yes, it's September 20th because that's the same day that Link's Awakening comes out, and that's the same day that people are going to storm Area 51. So it's a busy day.
Right. Yeah.
It's a busy day.
With their new Switch models.
Yeah, it'll keep them occupied out in the desert when they're getting mowed down by the military.
Tito!
Hey, Tito! What's happening?
Welcome
back. All right, well, how was your week?
Good, Dan. It's been good. I am excited for the fall to hit. I don't know how you feel, but I am done with the heat.
No, I dislike fall. The only thing I like about fall is coming out next week. Tito, yeah, I got your feedback. I'm excited to talk about it. Will is going to be excited to talk about it too. No doubt, because there's some Assassin's Creed Odyssey in there for you, Will.
Yeah, my favorite game.
Yeah. I'm only excited for Dunkin' Donuts Pumpkin Spice.
All right.
And you know what? I'm not scared to admit that. Go ahead.
What don't you like about the fall?
Fall always reminds me of going back to school.
Okay.
Early September. That was a very, very traumatic time for the first 18 years of my life. So I still have that. There's good things about fall too. Football starting back up, hockey starting back up. I like the fall type, like food type of stuff. But one of the most fun things we do with our kids is swimming.
Yeah. Okay.
So that also takes that away. I kind of feel the pain of my kid. My daughter's excited for school. My son is not excited for school. So I feel his pain. It's hard to convince him to like be excited about school because he knows I'm full of crap. So, but go ahead. You could talk about it.
This is why I'm excited for fall. I don't like the heat. I don't like dealing with that. Yeah. I get lazy when it's warm. But nothing is better to me than when you're outside and it's like 50, there's a breeze going, the sun's out, you've got a sweatshirt on, leaves around you. Like, I just love that image. I love, like, if you live in New York, the falls up here are pretty awesome. Anywhere in the Northeast, we have awesome falls. So just being able to see that, I like it when it gets a little colder. You have to use a heater, and I also prefer sleeping in the cold. So like having to sleep when it's super hot, I don't like that either. I'm just generally a less miserable person in the fall. The heat brings it out of me. So
okay,
yeah, I'm just really excited. And it's funny because mom and dad work at school. And when I was younger, I used to complain about having to go to school, and they would, make comments, "Oh, you only got a couple weeks left." Now I can do that to them.
Yeah, mom especially.
Yep. So I have been doing that to them, like, "Oh, you guys only got 3 more weeks."
Sure.
So it's fun to do that because, like, I'm not gonna be in school this semester. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I got the free time. So. But yeah, other than that, like, I've just been honestly playing Fire Emblem, working, hanging out with friends, the whole usual stuff.
Nice. Okay. I got a couple things. The first is I sent back some Joy-Cons to get repaired to Nintendo. I believe I mailed them out yesterday. So I had my son's Joy-Cons were like mangled. I don't know how he played games. Both the left and the right sticks were drifting, and they also would slide off the Switch randomly, like they didn't latch in very well. So I sent both of his back. I had a left Joy-Con that the left bumper doesn't work. So I also sent that one back in addition to his Joy-Con. So we sent 3 of our 6 Joy-Cons back for repair. So we've been switching the one good left Joy-Con that we have back and forth. He hogs it a lot more than I would like. So I haven't gotten quite as much Fire Emblem time as I would like, but
I was gonna say, as soon as you sent them in, I was like, oh man, Dan's not gonna get to play as much Fire Emblem.
Yeah. I mean, I can. I've got my GameCube controller that I have a little adapter for, but for the most part, I play in handheld. So it's just not quite as comfortable to play with a wired controller in handheld mode.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the adapter so that it works, that plugs into the bottom port, but again, that messes with the stand and everything. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I need to get a wireless controller. Maybe even a wireless GameCube controller. That would be good. A Pro controller would be ideal. That's actually what I need mostly. So I'll keep people posted on how long it takes. They only had to go to Syracuse, which was nice. That's about an hour and a half north of here. I don't know what kind of distribution they have, but it wasn't going to Nintendo. It was going to some electronics place in Syracuse. I meant to look it up, but I never did. So that's good. That's going to cut down on the amount of time that our Joy-Cons are out for repair. But yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to have them back by next week at this time. I guess we'll see. So there was that. I pretty much have a movie on at all times during the day for the kids. They kind of watch and then stop and play or whatever. But we were watching Despicable Me 3, which is on Netflix, and I'm usually the one that notices this, but in this case, it was my wife that noticed it. She recognized one of the voices from one of the bad guys on Despicable Me 3, and it turns out it was Trey Parker from South Park that was doing the voice of one of the bad guys. And it's funny because as soon as she recognized it and I started listening to it, I was like, oh my God, that's Trey Parker. It's crazy. And yeah, you could tell, like, he doesn't quite use a South Park voice, but you can tell, like, that voice you hear in South Park, that's him. It's weird. I looked it up, and sure enough, Trey Parker does the voice of. I can't remember the guy's name, I feel like it's Brat. He's like an 80s pop guy. He does a lot of singing of like Michael Jackson and plays 80s music when he's committing his crimes. So it's very bizarre, but it's a decent movie.
Dan, you see more movies than Eric and Corey do.
They're all kids movies.
Still.
Yeah.
You and I were never the movie people.
I'm still not a movie person. But yeah, like I said, it's something that will give the kids a few minutes to be calm for once. Because otherwise they run around the house and scream for 12 hours.
Yeah.
So even if they sit for a few minutes here and there, that's good. I feel like I had something else to talk about for my week, but I'm not going to come up with it now. So we'll just move on. Will, you want to talk some Fire Emblem?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think so. I didn't get to say it last week because I wasn't on, but I did beat Fire Emblem Black Eagle's Path.
Well done.
Thank you. I think it took me about 52 hours to do it. And I jumped immediately into Blue Lions, and I have put probably 30 hours in that playthrough so far. For reference, Dan, you know when the one character gets stabbed, killed? I just did that mission.
That's where I just got to too, also in my Golden Deer playthrough.
Yeah, okay, so we're at the exact same spot. I do have some idle time in there, so that my 3 hours that I have on there isn't spot on accurate, but yeah, so that's where I just left off.
I'm a hair under 70 right now.
Okay. You? Okay, so a couple things. Did you feel guilty choosing another house?
Yes, I felt very dirty choosing another house. That went away.
Yeah.
After a little bit, but I did also poach some of the members of the Black Eagles house into Golden Deer just because I knew how effective they were when I did the Black Eagles. So
who'd you poach?
I poached Petra and I poached Dorothea.
Okay. So I also poached Petra, and then I got Lysithea again, and then I got Leone. I just got Leone from Golden Deer. So I went the route of taking a couple of Golden Deer soldiers. But man, I don't know if you've noticed in your second playthrough, but a lot of things that you didn't really make sense in the Black Eagle path is kind of making sense now that I'm playing Blue Lions. I'm getting a lot. I don't know. I know the Blue Lions and Black Eagles playthroughs are like opposites of each other, and then the Golden Deer one's a little bit different.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's because they're closely tied to each other, but a lot of stuff that I was kind of confused on is starting to make a little bit more sense playing the Blue Lions playthrough.
Okay.
Which is really, really cool. And like as I'm playing it, you know, I really like the Blue Lions characters, you know.
Yeah.
They're a pretty cool group. And I think I still like the Black Eagles more, obviously.
Yep.
But you know, I feel for Dimitri, man. I'm seeing him come unhinged right now, and it's making me uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
that
like
is interesting.
in the trailer, like that came out at E3, you see Dimitri as a murdering psychopath.
Okay.
So like playing the game, I was like, wow, what happened? I'm starting to get why.
Yeah. And one thing me and Eric talked about last week was Tito, that's Astral Chain. That's coming out on the Nintendo Switch in a couple weeks on the 31st. It's a platinum game that we're very excited for. But yeah, we talked about how it's different enough that you don't feel like you're doing the same thing, even though you're mostly doing the same thing.
Yeah, so when the time skip happens is when the games branch pretty
significantly. Yeah.
Yeah,
because otherwise you're doing essentially the same story missions and the same story, slight variations here and there. Obviously, the paralogs are a little bit different, but yeah, because you get so much info on the geographic area, that whatever house you're doing, and some of the political stuff that's happening behind the scenes that you don't see when you're playing in a different house. You know, you get filled in on all that information.
Yeah, so like a big thing that I can kind of speak to is with the Massacre of Duskar, which you hear about when you're playing the Black Eagle house, because it's kind of big to the land of Fodlan. But playing the Blue Lions playthrough so far, like working with Dimitri, who was a victim of that, and Dedu, who was also a victim of that, like being able to hear more about it and get more details on it is really cool, and it adds more to the world. the world building in the game, which the world building in the game is already fantastic to begin with, but it adds way more to it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was thinking about like complaints, like honest to God complaints that I could come up with. The only thing I could think of is when you're doing between chapters, it gives you a little brief synopsis of the season you're in or the moon that you're in. It talks about, oh, like, you know, there's snow or the autumn leaves, but like the monastery doesn't change at all.
Yeah.
I do wish there was a little bit of a skin difference in the monastery. Like there was some snow on the ground and like everybody's like maybe wearing coats, or like it's fall out and like you see some leaves and stuff, but you don't really see too many differences in the monastery between seasons. And that's like me reaching for a complaint.
Yeah.
Because after that, like, man, I can't even tell you the last game that I've put this much time in, and all I want to do is like keep playing it. I'm literally, as soon as I'm done with Blue Lions, I'm gonna start Golden Deer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same, but I'm gonna switch over to Blue Lions when I'm done with my Golden Deer playthrough.
And I think after I do that, I'd take a break and do the church a little bit
later.
Yeah,
the other Black Eagles path.
Yeah, because I really don't want to side against Edelgard.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would also find that very, very difficult to bear.
Yeah, so it's just like I felt weird picking another house to begin with. So, yeah, I've honestly just been playing a lot of Fire Emblem. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, Dan?
So yeah, Fire Emblem, but you know, I talked about it. I've been playing Pokemon Uranium.
How is it?
It's surprisingly good.
Which you wouldn't guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about it. I've been meaning to play it for a while, and then when I don't know if you heard, but I kind of ruined my Link to the Past playthrough
I did hear.
for Rated G games, so I've got to get that caught up. I just haven't had the chance yet. So I wanted to pick up something new, you know, something that I hadn't played yet. So I decided to play Pokemon Uranium. It's been, you know, sitting on my computer for a while now. It's weird to get used to playing with a keyboard. First of all, there's no reliable way to play it with a controller. I've seen varying reports on someone's like, oh, I bought this piece of software for like $3 or $4 that works perfectly every time, and then I've read just as many people that said, no, it worked for me the first time, hasn't worked since. So I was like, I'm just gonna play it with the keyboard. So the movement is just the arrow keys. Entering is enter, escape is escape, you know, to get out of menus and stuff. And other than that, you don't really push anything. The most interesting thing I think about it is that it runs on a 24-hour day and night cycle. So when it's night when you're playing the game, it's night in the game world.
Oh, wow.
Which is very cool, but at the same time, like because I only play it at night, I play it for Rated G games, which I start after the kids go to bed. I'm probably missing out on Pokemon that come out during the day.
Yeah.
And the game world, it's all night, so I don't know what it looks like during the day. But also, I think that's kind of cool at the same time, you know. But yeah, it's good. Like, it doesn't feel like, other than some weird dialogue here and there and some like typos, it doesn't feel like it's a fan created game. It feels like an actual like Pokemon game. It's kind of got a little dark story with your mom gets killed in a nuclear reactor accident. And your dad kind of shuns you after that. Not that it's your fault, but he dedicates himself to work, so you have to go live with your old auntie, your elderly auntie, who takes care of you until you're old enough to start becoming a Pokemon trainer. But yeah, the Pokemon designs in it are good. My starter was a Raptorch, which is a fire Pokemon. I had a little trouble in the rock areas because I didn't have any grass Pokemon, which I'm assuming you catch during the day, which I wasn't able to. But I got through that, and I just beat the first gym leader, which was a normal gym in, what was the name of the city? I'm not going to come up with it. But yeah, it's surprisingly good. If you are into Pokemon, I would definitely suggest giving it a try. I would love if someone figured out a way to get this playing on like a Game Boy or a 3DS emulator, or, you know, something like that. That would be amazing. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I know development on the game has kind of stopped due to Nintendo protecting Pokemon. So
I'm looking at the Pokedex right now, Dan.
Okay.
There's some pretty cool Pokemon.
Yeah, there is cool Pokemon. It's also got a lot of Pokemon you'd recognize from other Pokemon games. So.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, I fought some Mankey. I caught a Dunsparce.
Oh, holy crap!
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
That's so cool. I also think I saw a nuclear type Pokemon. Yeah.
I think there is nuclear type Pokemon. Let me, I'll call up a video of it.
Yeah, Nucleon looks so cool.
G Games. Poll. Yeah. Pokemon Uranium.
There's kind of a lot of Pokemon too. It was 200.
Oh, is there that many?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's a good game. The music is really good. There's some orchestra music. There's some like techno music in it. It's surprisingly good, and I think it's a little under 30 hours. I saw on the How Long to Beat.
Okay. Is it harder?
I don't know if Corey played it. Did Corey play Pokemon Uranium? Maybe a little bit.
I think I started it, but I didn't play too much because
you know what? I think he did play. Oh yeah, he reviewed it.
Did he review it?
Yeah, I'm remembering that now. I do remember him talking about it.
He probably said play it, and we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. We do what we always do, and I downloaded it, and then I think I played it for like 5 minutes at one point, and I was like, oh, I can't get the controller working. I'm just gonna give up on it. Yeah, he would be. You're right, Tito. He would be upset right now. He's gonna listen to this tomorrow, and he's gonna give us crap about it. I know he is. But yeah, it's surprisingly good. I'm slowly remembering him talking about it now.
There's Mega Evolutions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good game. I like it a lot. I think that's all I played. I'm waiting for the Android version of, I can't remember what it's called. It's that game company's new game. It's mobile. It's out on iOS. That game company, of course, of Journey fame. It's called Sky Children of the Light.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was called. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to come out. That looks really cool. I check every couple hours on the Google Play Store to see if it's out, but no can do yet. And that's all I played, so we can get into feedback.
Let's
call it up. Okay. I gotta keep drinking because my mouth gets really dry.
Yeah, I have that same issue.
All right.
Gotta have the water ready.
I try not to be loud about it, but sometimes I just can't help it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Idaho Jake says, hey guys, I don't know if I want to play Borderlands 2 for the next month because Borderlands 3 comes out September 13th and I don't want to get burnt out. Also, for an episode, there is a thing called 50 Fun Video Game Questions to Ask Your Friends. Well, back to work. Thanks, guys, and have a great night. I meant to look that up, and I don't think I did, but I'm going to look it up right now.
So some video game trivia, right?
50, what was it? 50 Fun Video Game Questions? 50 Fun Video Game. Okay, yeah, 50 Fun Video Game Questions.
That could fill the gap, and
that would be a good episode. I'm not going to read what these are, but gaming is a popular hobby. Oh no, these are topics of discussion.
Oh,
it's like the first one was, what's your favorite game of all time?
Wow.
What's a game you thought you'd like but actually hated? What's a really popular game everyone seems to love but you don't like? What's a game you didn't expect to enjoy but ended up liking? What's a game you spent the most amount of hours on? This is great. We're gonna save this for an episode. I'm gonna bookmark this page right now.
Any chance that I get to pick on GTA and Red Dead, I'm in.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we'll save that for an episode. That's a great idea, Jake. So I got that bookmarked. I'll pencil that in one of the days. Yeah, Borderlands 2 right before Borderlands 3. I don't know what kind of story stuff that's going to carry over from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3, but
I personally like to wait.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't play a single Fire Emblem leading up to it, and I think that's helped my enjoyment more.
Yeah. Like he said, he doesn't want to get burned out, so
Yes.
maybe if you want to get filled in on the story bits, I'm sure there's a YouTube video somewhere that's like, oh, Borderlands 2 story in 7 minutes or whatever. So you can get filled in on the details. Like I said, I don't know if there's any carryover.
There is that DLC that bridges the gap, though.
Oh, that's right. There is. That would, yeah. Unless maybe he doesn't have a character that can play that. I don't know what level you have to be, but
I think 30, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I think my friend who did it said you had to be like level 30. But I could be wrong. I could be misremembering.
Yeah, maybe you could. If you played on PC, I'm sure you could like download a already made character from somewhere.
Oh yeah, probably.
All right. So that was from Jake. Thank you, Jake. Next up is from Tito. Tito says it's been a little bit. Got done with the busy season for work, and to celebrate, I bought a couple of games: Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Rebel Galaxy Outlaw.
Woo!
I'll just say that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is awesome. I called off work just to play it all day today. Will, can you give me some not so obvious tips? My main thing is trying to figure out when I should engrave my armor and weapons and upgrade them, or should I not worry about any of that at all? And since I'll just find more powerful gear, as I progress. Any kind of tips you have will be greatly appreciated. I enjoy and appreciate how a lot of the decisions were made in the interest of making the game more fun and enjoyable. I chose Cassandra, and I love the customization and gameplay systems they've included. Really amazing stuff. I haven't tried Rebel Galaxy Outlaw yet, but I got really excited by it from the videos the small team would upload on YouTube. They even have a full-fledged Photoshop Lite built into the game, so you can customize your ship with images you upload. It's a single-player game from a team of like 5 people meant to modernize the older classic like Wing Commander, Privateer, and some other game I never played. I'll let you guys know what I think. I think I have a game from older feedback a while ago, but I can't remember what the list was. If you happen to have it logged somewhere, I'll let you guys know which game I'll take. Unless I'm wrong, then ignore this. See you guys around. Tito out. Tito, I'm pretty sure you did have that, and I think I have it saved. But if I don't, we'll re-roll for you because that's only fair. You absolutely did have a game win, and I just don't remember if I saved it or not. I probably did, but I can't say that for sure right now until I bring up the list. But Will, go ahead, take away with Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Well, for starters, I'm glad you're liking Assassin's Creed Odyssey because if you follow the Assassin's Creed subreddit, all they do is complain about everything. Yeah, and I don't really get it because it's the best Assassin's Creed game in a while, and they wanted to go back to the formula that 1 and 2 were. But anyway, I digress. For starters, there is a lot of grinding in it, so do every quest. Always keep doing quests to level up, so on and so forth. If you do I can't remember what they're called, but if you go to the board and the timed quests, you can get a lot of experience and materials and stuff that way. So always do those in the different areas. As for engraving, I never got into that aspect of it because what I found, until you get legendary sets of armor, I kept putting on new and better stuff too. I kind of built my character to be like kind of do poison damage and stealth damage, so I could pretty much almost one-shot a lot of stuff like through stealth. So that's kind of how I built my character. So I never really got into engraving unless it would really kind of help my specific stats that I wanted right off the bat. So do that. Hunt cultists, that's pretty obvious. Explore. Really just explore, because the thing that I think the game does really well is having a lot of really cool areas to explore. Like, some of my favorite quests were on these random islands that I just stumbled upon, and like I had to uncover like this massive underground like murdering ring that I ended up having to stop. Like, cool stuff like that. So really just explore, do a bunch of quests, make sure you keep ahead on level, because you will hit a point towards the end of the game where you kind of have to grind a little bit more, and that's kind of puts people off a little bit.
Beardless says, don't upgrade your legendary armor until you get the full set. Every piece will scale up to your level once you get a full set.
Yep, that's a great tip, actually. Perfect tip. And hi, Beardless. Trying to think of what else. I'm a little removed from having played it, so I'm kind of forgetting some stuff. I think it's in this game when you're out at sea. Make sure you run over the little like what are, like the material stuff in the ocean so you can collect it. Might be thinking of God of War now too. If you can collect materials while you're sailing in this game, do it because you'll get a lot of like stuff that you need to upgrade. I might be getting the game mixed up, but do that for sure. Yeah, and enjoy it. Cassandra's a great assassin. I think she's the best assassin in the series. So, enjoy it. You're in for a long ride. That game's like, I think I beat it in 60 hours, I think. That's how long it took me.
Nice.
And I still have more to play and the DLCs and everything. So, it's an enjoyable game.
Okay. Anything else, Will?
No, that's it for. If I remember anything, I'll say it. But
I believe, also talking about Rebel Galaxy, I believe Corey played that. I think he played Rebel Galaxy.
He probably reviewed it. knowing Corey, he probably played it, reviewed it,
and we all forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot completely.
Let's see. I think he played Rebel Galaxy, not Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Is that a different game?
Maybe.
Anywho, I'm interested in that. I'll at least look into it. It looks pretty sweet.
Give me 1 second, Dan.
Okay, not a problem. So yeah. He said Rebel Galaxy is the other game. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw came out yet. Oh, Outlaw came out yesterday. What's up, Beardless? That's good to know. How is it different? I should look it up. I'm on the website now, but Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is available now on PC. We've got news, updated frequently asked questions. That's probably where it would be. When, right, how much?
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. PS4 and Switch versions are on the way for Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. Definitely want a Switch version. It's more of a classic Western space shooter. Oh, like Cowboy. Oh, okay. Cowboy Bebop. Nice.
Corey would be on board for that.
Yeah. I'm on board because it's on the Switch, or coming to the Switch. That's the Master fantastic. Console. Yeah. Just allows me to actually play video games, which is delightful. Oh, Tito. I've got your game list right here, too. So your games that you could choose from are Beyond Eyes, Mirror's Edge, Fidel Dungeon Rescue, Starseed Pilgrim, and Thoth. So one of those. And then we have to do the game giveaway for today, which we can do right now. Will, you got the random number generator?
The winner is...
1 is Jake, 2 is Tito.
Number 1!
Number 1, Idaho Jake. All right, game number 1.
Game number 1. 66.
66 is Train Valley.
Sweet.
Oops. Okay.
115.
115 is Hammerwatch.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah. Okay.
Next is 140.
140 is Anodyne.
That's not a bad one either.
No. If I knew what Train Valley was, I'd say this is a decent list.
33.
33. I think 33 is gone. Nope, it's Black Mesa.
Wow. Are we going to go through an entire run without missing anything?
Maybe.
I guess
we've got one more.
This is the important one. Oh boy. 89.
89. Jurassic Park the game.
Yeah. That was for you, Jake.
Okay, so Jake, your choices are Train Valley, Hammerwatch, Anodyne, Black Mesa, and Jurassic Park the game. Beardless says he's really interested in Outlaws, especially since they added the Z-axis. Nice. Yeah, I will definitely be tuning in for that one. It seems like it's up my alley, just in the brief run of information that I just looked up on it. So, yeah. So next week, it's looking like I'm gonna double check. We got to make sure Eric's on board for the Black Eagles spoiler cast for next week's episode. Otherwise, we'll have to push it back till who knows when. We'd like to keep it kind of fresh in our minds. Already, my Black Eagles playthrough seems like a distant memory. Because I've kind of spent so much time in the Golden Deer house. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's most likely going to be next week's episode. Probably Wednesday again. We'll keep everyone posted for sure. Right?
Oh yeah.
Anything else, Will?
No. Play Fire Emblem. Try to convince Corey to get it, Dan.
I'm surprised he hasn't.
He
with how much we've talked about it.
Well, he watched me play and he goes, "Oh, I gotta get this," but he hasn't yet.
Yeah. Yes, he does. So yeah, that'll do it for episode 421 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
Will.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement.